Hi, Nate. My house is one block from the ocean and was resided with Mabec Nantucket Premium White Cedar shingles with a bleaching stain about 10 years ago. The intent was that they would all turn a weathered gray. The east face weathered gray as expected, but the south and west sides turned black with mold. What can be done? Any help would be appreciated. Thanks.
Okay, here's the deal. Along the coast in New England, we usually see white cedar used for siding shingles. Although it's called white cedar, it's really more yellow than white when new. The shingles get nailed to the side of a building where it's the exposure to sunlight and salt air which, over time, turns them gray like driftwood on a beach. Gray cedar shingled homes are so common that there's actually a paint color called Cape Cod gray. So like everything else in life, some people just don't want to wait, and others are happy to make money on that impatience. Enter bleaching oil. For years now, paint manufacturers have been offering this treatment which claims to give the look of the gray without the weight. Some manufacturers call it bleaching oil and some call it other things. I call it a nightmare. Here's why. Read the literature and you'll see that this treatment is supposed to give shingles that gray look, then slowly wear off as the shingles age. By the time the pigment wears off, the shingles are supposed to have turned gray naturally. Whatever they think will happen, while it might look good on paper or in the lab, in the real world it doesn't really work that way. Here's what we see on nearly a daily basis. So a homeowner spends 25% more for shingles which are pre-dipped in bleaching oil. 2 or 4 or 6 years down the road, yeah, maybe a side or two of the home will look pretty good. However, a couple sides will be ugly and blotchy with mold, especially in places where the siding is exposed to blowing moisture but limited in its exposure to sunlight. Think under overhangs and covered porches and so on. Why does this happen? Well, honestly, I suspect it's got to do with the linseed oil used in these products, which might not be as resistant to mold as the manufacturers claim. In my position here on Cape Cod, I see bleaching oil especially popular with second home buyers from off Cape who are in a hurry to make their newly constructed home blend in with the neighborhood. For those contemplating this type of product on their own home, I strongly encourage you not to. For those with bleaching oil nightmares already on their hands, I can only offer to use a 3-step process to wash the house, removing both the mold and the offending shingle treatment. That's right, when we get rid of the mold, your bleaching oil comes right off with it. It's kind of a bummer to watch that expensive shingle treatment go down the drain, but as I've explained, maybe it's a good thing.